And now, we'd like to feature...
One of the greatest, often imitated, but they're never duplicated. Genie of the lamp. No, it's Grubsy. I've got to set up because now I've got the new computer. I don't have all the shit in the what's it called, the iMovie thing. So I got to do it all.
Yeah.
I've been on holidays. We did an episode or two on holidays, and
so much better, this new laptop though. You come through so much clearer.
Yeah.
It's kick ass.
Yeah, especially playing videos. It was always pretty ordinary, that.
Yeah. Just the sound quality as well is amazing.
Enough talking shit. Let's get straight to it.
Let's get straight to it.
Let's get straight to it. It's very fun talking shit.
I'm big Keith excited.
Well,
very excited.
I am too. And let me just share screen desktop. So here we go here. Okay. Well, what happened here? Yep. You can see that, I guess.
See that? Yep.
Yep. We'll start with, the announcement.
The announcement. The big announcement today.
Yeah. Well, that's all we're going to do today, the announcement.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, start with the announcement with, it's all about the freeze. That's all it's about tonight.
We're in a trading halt.
Yeah.
We are in a trading halt. We're in the big freeze.
Before I read, the last time we were in a trading halt was on my birthday, not August gone, the August before. And you called me up and I thought, running around, there's kids everywhere, there's wheat bix. and I said, and you said, happy birthday, cuz. Guess what? NVX is in a trading halt. It was, why did we look at it at that price? I know we're getting excited.
Let's look at it.
But
yeah, getting very excited.
ASX. Okay, boom. That was more than a year ago. It was the 9th of August, 2021. Is that right?
Yeah, that's your birthday.
Just for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't quite go on it, but yeah, it was.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's stupid.
Okay, well, the
jumps around.
Of August, it was $3. The 13th of August, it was $4. So I think it was more $3 than it was $4.
Yeah, it was around $3. Definitely.
$3. Yep.
Yeah.
And there was a trading halt, and the next day, I don't think they said 2 days last time. They just said 1 day, right? 1 day.
Yeah, it was only 1 day. So I don't know why they're saying 2 days. The only thing I can think is the timing difference between Australia and America.
Just to give another full day, because it's technically two markets, right? It's the
because it's the two markets. That's why I'm thinking they're going the extra day. So I'm thinking first thing Friday morning, I think, is when we'll find everything out.
Yeah.
Well, it could be tomorrow as well. Who knows? But
it could be tomorrow.
Based on the timings, I'd assume Friday morning.
But
based on what they've said in the announcement as well, they said Friday the 21st.
I guess it's nothing to go on what happened, a year and 2 months ago, but just for fun,
Just for fun, yeah.
Pros, it went from $3 in early August to its peak, $12.
$12.40.
It's not at all.
That's not right.
It's not.
It went to $12.47.
Yeah.
Because
we've zoomed out so much.
Well, it says it there, 52-week high, $12.47.
Yeah, but here it doesn't. Anyway, so there you go. So imagine going from $3.
They're fucking pumped. Big time.
$3 to $12,
Yeah.
So we're sitting at $2. That's like us going to $3 to $12 is like $2 to $10. Is that right?
$2. Like roughly. Yeah.
But let's get back to reading it. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
But should we say what happened last year?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the plan.
2 months ago.
Yeah. What happened? They
So
the
they had the
Phillips
Phillips
66.
66 announcement, which was $150 million investment. Was it
Yep.
150? Yeah, I think it was 150
150 million
investment. Yeah, from
You know,
Phillips 66.
it was
Novonix.
it was an investment. Like Novonix got 150 million, but also they gave a lot of shares for that as well.
Yeah, they gave away 16%, I think, from memory.
Got diluted down a lot.
Yes.
But they also got a supplier and
dedicated supplier of the coking
who's
coal
definitely
or whatever it's called.
Sell, if
Yeah.
price goes down or up or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
An investor and a big boy. Phillips 66 is
Yeah.
a
Multi-billion-dollar,
Yep.
huge oil company in America.
Yep. So here we are again. The next freeze is October 2022. Is that the year? 19th of October 2022.
Yeah.
Well, first off, I'd like to say, Novonix, you took your fucking time. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We've been very, very patient for the last 6 months. Well, nearly 12 months, isn't it?
Yeah, over 12 months. But we've been doing this for 9 months or so. There's 2 Aussie
9 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Novonix, ASX, NVX, trading, HAULT. The securities, blah, blah, blah. Don't need to read that shit. Let's go straight to what Novonix said.
This is the exciting bit.
Yep. How the hell do you pronounce that? Dear
Zoofishan.
Zoofishan. I've been
Zoofishan.
Where you been? I've been zoo fishing, mate.
Zoofishan.
Result of trading HAULT. Pursuant to listing rule 17.1, Novonix Limited requests a trading halt to be granted by the Australian Securities Exchange in respect of NVX ordinary shares from the commencement of trading on 19th of October 2022. For the purposes, not porpoises, for the purposes of blah, 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 the following information. NVX is seeking a trading halt as it expects to make an announcement. So we know an announcement's coming to the ASX in
it's like Christmas
connection with a material funding arrangement.
$100 million is my
material
prediction.
Funding arrangement. So
material means it's going to go into effect.
Their material.
Yeah.
So synthetic graphite.
Yes. No, it's an accounting term. So if it's a material that has a material effect, then it means it affects the balance sheet essentially.
Okay.
So
would getting 100 million affect your balance sheet?
That is a material effect on the company.
I don't care what they call it.
I'm assuming it's 100 million. It could be. I was thinking about it today. It could be one of 3 things. It's either the 100 million Biden infrastructure grant. It's either a capital raise, but normally they say in the announcement that it's a capital raise. So I don't think, and it says funding arrangement. So I don't think it would be a capital raise, but it could be a capital raise for another company to buy into.
Funding arrangement.
Yeah, but normally they say capital raise. So I don't think it's going to be that. I think we can rule that out. But I was just thinking through my head, what does the funding arrangement? And the other thing I was thinking it could be, well, actually there's 4 things. It could be Tesla coming in, buying into the company like Phillips 66 did. Or it could be Samsung or one of these big battery makers buying into NVX as well. That's the other thing it could be. But out of all those, I'm 75% sure it's going to be the $100 million.
What would you be most happy with out of those?
Well, they're all fucking awesome, aren't they? But I think probably the Tesla, just because of the name, and it would get the share going in America. Imagine that, Tesla buying in Novonix.
Okay, the other 2 points don't really say much. NVS requests the trading halt remain in place till this Friday, the 21st. And not aware of any reason why it should not be granted. Yours sincerely, Suzanne Yates. Good on ya.
Yater.
I love her.
But but from a timing perspective, it makes sense that it's the BIF grants, because I think we've said on previous podcasts that from October through to March was when the government was going to start releasing them. And we know for a fact that Novonix has applied for one of these grants.
Yeah, we 100% have applied. 100% it will be given.
Been in their quarterly announcements. And 100% it was going to be released between October and March.
And there's no reason to think that NVX has to wait till March, to get these funds, when they can easily prove now that they need them. So just to go over quickly as well. So 100 million is the minimum.
I'm pretty sure that's the minimum. Yep. And it can go up to, I think it's up to 200 million, I think, but don't quote me on that. But I think that's the maximum.
But whatever. And
it's a 1-for-1 arrangement. If the US government gives them 100 million, they expect Novonix to put in 100 million.
Yep, which they can do.
Which they can, because we know they've got cash.
To how much Novonix has in the bank. American dollars. We're talking American dollars here. Yeah,
we're talking American, yeah. Well, we know as of June, end of June, they had 200 million Australian dollars.
200 million Australian.
What's about 150 million American.
150, yep. So the most it could be is 150 million. Maybe the least.
You would think.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But, God, you'd be much happier with another 50 million, wouldn't you?
Fucking oath. If we get 150, even happier days.
Yeah, because
and let's be honest, they need the extra. They're going to need 150 anyway, because they're going to have to scale up, as we've talked about for last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. There's actually not.
I think 100 million is probably what it will be.
There's not too much to read. I Googled and YouTubed and tried to find stuff, but there wasn't much. Did you see anything else?
No. I haven't seen anything else.
I mean, it just says the same shit here.
Well, and we should let the people know that yesterday the share price went up 20%.
Exactly. Well, a bit less. It was like 18%. It was pumping
19%. Yeah, it was like 19%. So don't tell me someone doesn't fucking know something out there.
That's another
in investor land. That's
a big point, because if you pump the day before a trading halt, there's a lot of people. How many people would know that it's going in a trading halt?
Well, how many brokers would know, or even government officials that would know in America that would we're joining dots here. We're not accusing anyone. We're just joining dots and saying, how has the share price gone up 20% and then the next day we're in a trading halt? Coincidence or what?
No, the cat is out of the bag.
Yeah.
Not for us. We don't know shit. But someone working at NVX saw on a computer this, someone's on the board, said to their partner, oh my God, this company is about to announce it just got approved, $100 million. What is a company that has 150 million in the bank suddenly getting another 100 million or more? What's it worth? Well, it's worth double. Well, when are they going to announce this? They're going to announce this on Friday. Well, before the trading, let's just buy a few,
Yeah.
We'll just tell, Uncle Johnny that lives in Sydney just to buy some,
Yeah.
That's what's happened.
Yeah, that's what we're assuming. We're making a lot of assumptions here.
And I mean, this talked about Philip 66 invested in Novonix. There's like we're frozen share price. It's not going anywhere on Wednesday, 19th October. Shares are expected to commence normal trading on ASX. This company makes announcement by Friday, or whichever happens earlier.
It could be tomorrow.
I have a feeling it'll be tomorrow. I don't know why.
I hope so. Yeah, I just want to know ASAP.
Yeah,
I want to know if it's good.
So
we're assuming it's the 100 million.
But I did want to show you this. And when I read this, I was a bit like, what's going on here? You know?
Well, and the other reason I think it's 100 million is because if it was a smaller amount, surely they would have just released it by now.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, a 20 million investment from some other company.
Yeah.
Why wait a whole day?
Like, yeah. It's just,
no.
it's unnecessary, isn't it? Okay. This article, when I read this, I was a bit like, what? Have you read this, Grovesy?
Yeah. I read that when you sent it to me. Yeah.
What did you think of this?
Oh, I thought there was they're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Why is the Novonix share price stuck on standby today? I mean, even that sounds a bit funny, does it?
Yeah.
Stuck on standby. You know, it's frozen. You know, okay, all right, maybe that's good, but maybe Novonix share price halted to 13. Companies gearing up to release news of a material funding arrangement. They got that.
Yeah.
It comes after auditors flagged material uncertainty of the company's ability to continue.
Yeah.
So,
which, as I was saying this afternoon, of course there's material uncertainty because they've only got one contract at the moment for 12,000 tons.
yeah.
So until they get more contracts in place, there is, of course, a material uncertainty going forward. That you know, if they don't get any contracts in the next year or so, then they're going to be stuck with only 12,000 tons being produced.
Yeah.
And they won't grow. So that's a big uncertainty. And then that may mean that they'll burn too much cash and, you know, not go broke, but then they'll have to slow down.
Means this here, it comes after auditors flagged material uncertainty. They're talking about this article that was released in September. Okay.
Yeah.
That is just that.
Yeah.
Novonix auditors has uncovered some interesting data. The company came in with mixed results. It's not a good article. After reaching highs of $12.15, as we know, it was even a bit more than that. Concerns of Novonix cash flows.
Yeah, but what it doesn't say is that they still have 200 million in the bank.
Yeah.
Yes, they spent 71 million.
Yeah.
And they've spent a lot of cash, but that's because they're growing and they're expanding.
Yeah.
They're setting up the facility in Chattanooga and they're hiring a whole shitload of staff.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to be burning cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a misleading article, to be honest, I think.
This one?
Because of course
the next Motley
Fool. All of them.
Yeah.
Because of course there's money going out the door and there's a material uncertainty until they get more contracts, 100%. But the risk, and that's always been the risk in scaling up quick enough to then get these the bigger contracts. But that's what we hope the funding tomorrow will mean, that bang, they can, once they get another 100 million in the bank, they can then go and buy another facility to then expand to the 30,000 tons or 50,000 tons or 100,000 tons by 2032. They want to do.
Back to this, the article that Novonix, that Motley Fool came out today. You know, so it's just funny that they talked about, you know, material uncertainty in this article, which is about, you know, this is about it freezing the share price today. As on ICE this morning, company prepares to release news of the material fund arrangement. Okay, all right, we read that. From now, Novonix share price will remain frozen where it's closed. Okay, let's take a closer look what might be going on. Why is Novonix share price frozen? Nobody knows. Has been put on freezer. Battery Technology Materials is expected to end its halt for details of a material funding arrangement. Again, no news. Many investors will no doubt be glad of the hint. Okay.
Yeah.
And why isn't this article feel positive at all? The company posted a 71 million loss and a 40 million of cash outflows for financial 2020. Why say that then? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Positive things to say,
But then the next thing they say, close the year with 207 million of cash. So
yeah,
what? That's why I think it's a misleading article. They're saying,
I just think it was a badly written article.
It's badly written because they're inferring that that there's a lot of uncertainty in it and that they could be going broke, but they're not.
Yeah.
Because as they say there, they got 207 million in the bank, so they got enough funding.
Annual report, the company,
yeah,
PricewaterhouseCoopers said, remains dependent upon raising additional funding to.
Of course, it does.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
We know that. That's why they got 200 million in the bank to expand.
This may case doubt, the group's ability to continue was concern. Well,
yeah,
it's going to fucking continue because they've got 200 million to
exactly
to make this to sell.
And there's going to be more contracts in the future. That's a guarantee because
so many people won't need this shit.
But they won't get contracts until they have the facilities built, ready to go. No one's going to sign a contract until they can see that Novonix has a facility and they've actually produced the product. I wouldn't be signing a contract with them either. So, of course, there's uncertainty until that happens. That's why I think it's misleading, because it's saying, oh, they're going broke, but they're not, because they got the 200 million in the bank ready to go and they're expanding. So, of course, they're burning cash.
Yeah.
That's what happens with growth companies.
Today's trading halt might remind watchful investors of a similar freeze that we talked about in August last year. Happened on my birthday. Hey?
Yeah.
The halt broke with news of Phillips 66. Why are you talking about this? Well, we talked about it. Back to the present. Okay. The Novonix share price will remain frozen. Okay. You've said that on Friday, whichever comes soonest. Okay. The stock rocketed nearly 19% on Tuesday. I mean, that's huge. I mean, that kind of says something.
I know. That's why I think it's going to be it's either going to be like a Samsung. It's going to be a Samsung or a Tesla buying in, or it's going to be the 100 million. It's got to be one of those.
How could it be
20%
with 19% on Tuesday?
Yeah, it's not going to be bad news.
You and I said on Tuesday, we said somebody knows something.
Yeah.
Something
big's happening.
There's been a few whispers. Look, I don't know exactly what's happened, but there's big news. Get some shares. This spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
Despite the company,
and it went up 20% on the Nasdaq overnight too.
Hang on. So that was when?
That was last night.
Last night. Okay.
Yeah. That's at 561 US. So it went up 20.4%.
Yeah. So someone in America knows,
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's going to be good news. I'm certain of that.
Yeah. Well, after
it's just how much good news is it going to be?
Yeah.
If it's 50 million, then that'll be disappointing, because they really need that 100 to expand to then get these bigger contracts that they need to get.
If they can get 100, I cannot see why they can't get 150 million.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I think,
Well, and let's remember the other big pointer that happened, or the other big clue that happened about 2 weeks ago, was that senator went and looked at the facilities and said Biden should come down and visit.
Yep.
So I think maybe Biden might even come down and do a big, look at this, an American company. We're giving 100 million US.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big amount. I'm joining dots here and I'm making a lot of assumptions, but that's what I think could happen.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Let's see if we're on the money or not, tomorrow or Friday. Hopefully we are.
When I tell you what, how about this, Rosie? When we see that little blue envelope next to the end,
I'm going to be ready.
Should I hit, record?
Yes.
Open it, you and I. Like, we'll just do a little, let's do this.
Yeah.
Because it'll take a while to soak in,
Yeah.
Okay,
hopefully it's 100 million.
So we'll either tears or in we'll be happy,
Yeah. It's either going to be, oh, this is shit, or it's going to be, oh my God, this is even better than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Because when the last, the Phillips 66 announcement, it was good news. I mean, we didn't think it'd go to $12.
No.
We didn't think it'd go to $12.
No.
Remember you did the $6 party on hot copper, and then the $8
Yeah.
party, and then the $10 party. It just didn't end. Do you know what I mean? And it was pushing up like 50 cents, like 50 cents.
I know.
I'd put in the photo of 50 cent, and 50 cent.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, let's be honest, it's not going to go back to $12, even if we get a really good announcement tomorrow. But I think it'll go above 3.
Not tomorrow.
But over the next couple of weeks, I think it'll go above 3, 3.50, even $4. Yeah. If it's like the 100 million. But we might not hit the $12 again for a while, just because growth stocks are out of favor. But if the story gets out, let's say it's if it's a Tesla or a Samsung buying in, then it might go back to $5 or $6.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then if they once they sign some agreements, that'll be the next run up in the share price.
The next,
if they get a big 20,000 or 30,000 ton agreement.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the next
because that's money in the bank.
That's money in the bank. Like they've already got 12,000 tons, which is like $100 million that they're going to, this time next year, they will have produced it and sold it and made $100 million will come onto the balance sheet.
But who will be next,
And then it's who's next. Do they get one of the big boys, like for 30 or 40,000 tons? Once those sort of agreements start coming, and then it's just, as we've talked about before, it's just once they got $500 million of revenue coming in, they can just keep expanding organically. They don't need to go and get any more grants. They're going to be making so much profit that they can then just reinvest back into the business.
Yeah.
So this is the start of huge things. Like the $100 million is the massive kickstart to get all the facilities up and running. And it's going to be a patience game again. It might take another 6-12 months. The share price will go up and down, but long term, this thing's just going to be it's going to be a cash printing machine.
Yep.
Because it's in demand. They're in the right area.
Yeah.
And with the next thing is
moving that way, whether this war
you like
in
it or
Russia
not
happens, when the war in Russia and Ukraine finishes tomorrow or finishes in 20 years, it's still going to happen.
Yeah, and as we've shown, that the US government wants US supply chains, and it's gradually going to happen over the next 5 years.
They want it. And what about all those sanctions that you've got to buy X amount?
By like in another 5 years, they have to buy from American suppliers. It's going to gradually tier. It's like 20% next year, 40%, 60, 80, and then 100.
With graphite, silicon graphite being such a big part of the battery, and the battery being such a big part of the car, they're just going to have to buy this part from America. They're going to have to buy this part from, America, or Novonix, or another American graphite company.
Yeah, which at this stage, there's no other synthetic graphite producer in America.
None.
Right.
I mean, there's graphite, but there's not
plenty of natural graphite, but there's no synthetic graphite, which is the good shit.
Which is better because it's better. Lasts longer.
Yeah, and it lasts longer. Yeah. So.
Okay, prediction?
Yeah. Well, I think, what did I say in the text? I think I said $3.25 by this time next week.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be the $100 million BIF grant.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. That's my gut feeling. My gut feeling says it's going to be the grant.
Yeah.
But it could be something left field, like with that Phillips 66. It could be like a Tesla
we weren't
flying in, or a Samsung.
We weren't expecting that at all. Nobody was.
No. Nah. So,
Yeah.
and Novonix are renowned for doing that. And the other thing is, as we know with Novonix, once they do one announcement, there could be a couple more after this.
There were, yeah.
So
It generally, we've noticed
that's
that.
how they generally do.
Yeah.
Like, so they might go 100,
and not weeks.
they might
after,
say
days
yeah,
after.
days.
Remember?
So they might say 100 million, and then they might say, hey guys, we've actually got these offtake agreements as well.
Yeah.
We've got these other suppliers that now, because we've got the 100 million funding,
Yeah.
then they can start releasing more announcements saying Samsung's joined up, Panasonic's joined up,
Yep. Yep.
et cetera, because they might have had to wait until they get the funding to then release the.
Yeah, what's it?
They've got the agreements in place. The
Non-release,
non-disclosure agreements.
non-disclosure. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have.
So this could kickstart a whole lot of further announcements. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
So, yeah.
So watch this space. It's exciting times. We're back.
So exciting.
We're back with good news instead of fucking bad news all the time.
Yeah, we're definitely
good
back.
news.
We're definitely back.
Yeah.
Great news. And my prediction, remember I was always bold with my predictions when Novonix was going up, and I was quite often correct as well. And you
were
correct,
I was always quite conservative.
Yeah, and I just kept going. It's just like we were just hitting the moon every morning.
Yeah.
I would be like, what's it going to go at? What's it going to finish at? I spoke to you at 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
I know.
And then, I think it was my sister was like, Julian, you need to do a bloody podcast with Grovesy, okay? We're hearing you talk about Novonix. Shut up, start a podcast, There you can talk to yourself, everyone or nobody, and that's it. NVX is
fucking
back.
We're back, baby. We are back.
19th of October, 2022. NVX is back.
Yeah.
I see tomorrow it going from $2.13 or Friday being good news. And I think it'll be, I can't see why, if they were approved for 100 million, that they can't get 150 million. That's
that's what I'm hoping.
No one sitting in Novonix that say, oh, look, 100 million's enough. No.
Yeah.
Get 100
they need as much as money as they can. Let's be honest.
prove-
To scale as quickly as they want to with their bold plans, they need as much cash as they can. So I think I think they may have asked for the max, which could be 200 million.
Yep.
But I think gut feeling is 100 million.
100 million. I'm saying 150 million. That's what I'm saying.
I'm hoping you're right and I'm wrong.
150 million. I'm going to say 150 million. And I think there's going to be something a bit left field as well.
I think you're right. It's going to be something else. And that maybe next week they might announce it after the funding arrangements have been announced. But or it could be in combination with the funding arrangements.
I think it's going to happen on Friday as well.
Yeah.
It's
that'll be fucking exciting.
Sorry to Aussie investors, we haven't been, releasing much. How do you like those apples? And it's going to be.
It's been so quiet, but as we just said before, they normally go bang, 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 bang with a whole heap of announcements all at once.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just due to the nature of the business, because because of these NDAs and the way that they're growing.
Yep.
So.
Okay, there's our predictions. All eyes.
Can't wait for that blue envelope, guys.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Tomorrow morning. How about we'll talk? But don't click on the blue envelope. What's it now? Is it what's it look? It looks yellow, doesn't it? Not the envelope. It's like yellow.
I don't know, because I haven't been online today to see. Okay. So I'm not sure.
I'll get on tomorrow morning. Don't promise you're not going to click on it till you're on the phone or the lappy. At least.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely won't open it till we're on a call.
Ready to party. But having said that, there is a huge chance that there's no news tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be nothing as well until Friday morning.
Yep.
So,
Huge
yeah,
chance.
let's
So,
just wait and
but
see.
don't let it affect your sleep, you know,
Nah,
because it could be Christmas tomorrow, but
it could be.
You know, same day, different smell, you know?
Yeah. But
All right.
I'm excited. I'm quietly confident and excited.
Yeah.
So let's just fingers crossed it's not shit news. Like,
Yeah.
but surely it can't be shit news with the 20% pump yesterday.
Yep.
It's not going to be
pump.
shit news.
And those words, you know,
Those words, material funding arrangement, means
the material funding arrangement has
the
got
grant or
nothing-
someone buying in. It's a grant or someone
to
buying
do
in.
after auditors flagged material uncertainty. You know, like what's that got to do with anything? You know,
Yeah,
it's just I think a lot with these Motley Fool articles. Like who even wrote this?
it's a lot of clickbait as well.
Brooke Cooper. You know, she's been a contributor since 2021, Bachelor of Communications. I mean, they, you know, Brooke, she looks very attractive, you know.
Yeah.
There's only a
Look,
little.
she's right. She's right to highlight it, but it needs to be put into context as well. They can't just say material uncertainty and then, you know, you got 207 million in the bank.
Yeah.
You got to.
Brooke grew up in Warrnambool.
Yeah.
She's female. She's good looking.
Yeah.
Medium risk, medium low.
No, she went to Charles Sturt Uni.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. But she's a journalist, and
it
was a bit cut and paste what she wrote. But there's nothing to write, is there? There's nothing. You know, when you get a news that a company is froze, you know, trading halt. What can you say? You know.
Yeah.
So
you got to assume. Well, she's assuming like us.
Yeah.
There's something big.
Yeah. But it was just
also
odd she talked about that negative news, you know, when really this is more than likely huge positive news.
But also when auditors do financial reports, they have to put things in like that to cover their ass, to say to anyone looking at the books, there is uncertainty going forward. Until they have contracts in place, of course there's uncertainty.
Of course. Yeah.
But they should have also said, in saying that, they've also got 200 million in the bank and they're expanding. So, of course, they're burning cash.
Yeah.
That's the bit they don't say.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that we've got better at assessing over the years, over the last couple of years, looking at balance sheets, looking at companies and looking at what they're doing. You got to read between the lines sometimes. Don't just take it at face value that, an auditor said there's uncertainty. Shit, we need to sell.
Yeah.
You got to understand the story, understand the figures and what's going on with the company.
Exciting time,
Brooke,
Toby.
You can go and get stuffed.
Yeah.
We're big Keith excited.
Great news. See you tomorrow morning.
There, cuz.
Okay.
Yeah. Game on.
On the phone.
I hope it's,
or before, if there's a little envelope.
If there's a little envelope, bring it on.
Just message me to say, here we go.
Bring it on. There, cuz.
150.
Come on.
150. Very good. 150. We got to have a big hunt on the Melbourne Cup if this comes through, cuz.
Fucking oath.
You know,
Perfect timing.
Put it